Welcome back, guys. Ron here once again, and before we get started, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you are enjoying it, and give it a thumbs down if you're not. So once you watch it, just don't forget, guys, show your support for the channel. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and click the subscribe button and notification bell so you get notified every time we upload a new video. So let's go ahead and get straight into it. All right. So here we go, guys. And before we go on to this, just another quick little fact here, guys. If you have not joined us for tonight, we are going to be hosting another webinar. We are including now the day passes. So go ahead and sign up for the day pass if you don't have access regularly. So you can watch tonight's webinar as we go over the plan for the week ahead, guys. This one's going to be a little longer than usual because we're going to cover a couple of topics, but it should be a good one. So if you don't have access, go ahead and click the links below to get access to tonight's webinars. In today's video, guys, what I wanted to cover was an opinion piece on Tesla, because obviously you guys see the case out there. People keep saying, oh, you have a lot of bears out there, you know, and some of those bears are now starting to become bulls because they're starting to realize, you know, what's wrong with their ways right now. You're trying to fight this company that has been pushing and beating out goals day after day, week after week, month, quarter after quarter, year after year. Look at how fast this company went from being a $14, $15 stock to 454, right? We're looking at the quarterly charts here. And again, you know, you're trying to build a case as to why this company is going to fail, you know. So first and foremost, you're already being a hater. You're just hating on a company that's doing well, and you're trying to base it based on your opinion and, you know, kind of like a confirmation. You're looking for a confirmation bias saying, hey, why this company is going to tank. The fundamentals just don't line up. This guy is full of it, yada, 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 whatever. The fact of the matter is you may be right, and you may be saying all this stuff, and this may end up crashing the company eventually. But if it is going to crash, you're going to see it from a mile away. And that mile away is not in sight right now, is what I'm trying to say. Meaning, when it's going to happen, it's going to be something that comes out. It's probably going to be a news article that says, hey, this company has to file for bankruptcy, and boom, Tesla's going to go from a $400 stock to a $10 stock overnight, right? Easy. It's something that would come up so fast and so furious that that's it. But for you to be fighting Tesla all the way from 100 and be shorting it all the way from down here just because you think and you feel that this company has no merit, that they just keep losing money with everything that they keep producing, it just makes no sense. And obviously you don't own the product. And I can tell you right now, from driving my Tesla, it is an awesome product. I haven't had issues with service, as you see, but again, everything is people. You're dealing with people, so if people have had issues with their service, I haven't had issues with service. But at the end of the day, you got to remember you're still dealing with humans, and if you're having a bad day, the other person's having a bad day, obviously there's going to be some sort of a clash. But here we're talking about the stock itself, guys. You see, look at how this stock went rapidly, quarter after quarter has just been on a massive push. You know, they talked about him smoking weed on live TV, big deal. The stock came down and it quickly recovered. Short sellers were definitely suffering. Then they saw some pain relief right here, and then quickly right back at it as well. Now we start hitting all new all-time highs. And I've been covering this on Tesla lately, guys. Tesla is now at 454 all-time high, which reminds me a lot of Amazon. If you go back to the Amazon charts when Amazon was at these levels, and look at how many quarters Amazon went through before it actually broke out to over 1,000. But look at Amazon. It went from $1.31 stock, and man, if you could go back and buy Amazon at $1.31, think about that, guys. But think about Amazon and look at when Amazon was at these levels that Tesla is at now. And obviously, Amazon, look at how big of a company it is now. Look at how long it took it to even get to $300 to $400, right? Tesla did not even take a quarter of that time to get there. And look at where it is now. And look at how rapidly Amazon got to 1,000 after that, right? Once it hit these levels here of 400, forget it. Once Amazon broke these levels of 400, look at how quickly it reached 1,000, guys. And I keep pointing this out. Yes, you're going to have your pullbacks. Look at these. Look at this pullback. Look at this pullback. But that's all it is, guys. Zoom out and look at the bigger picture and start to pay attention. Look at this parabolic move. I'm surprised nobody's saying Amazon's gonna be destroyed pretty soon, because this is a parabolic move. I mean, this thing took the elevator straight up. And I don't see as much bad news or press on Amazon as I see on Tesla. There's not as many haters out there saying Amazon's going to crash and burn pretty soon, right? Because it just doesn't make sense, right? For you to be fighting. And obviously, Amazon can also expect a massive pullback here soon. But again, overall, where is the company going to go? So it's, why fight it? If the company, the stock wants to rally, why fight it? Obviously, if something's going to happen, let's say what's going on now in the news with this Iran, and now you see it all over social media with people about World War III, and whatever, right? So if something like that is going to happen, you're going to see it. You're going to see it, and it's going to happen on the day. You're going to see the market start to take a tumble. You're going to see volatility increase. That's the time that you should really be shorting it. I get it. You want to be shorting it when it's going up. You want to be shorting it when it's going up. But are you really going to be able to pick that top? Are you really going to be able to pick that top? Are you really going to be that guy that shorted here and shorted here because you said it was going to drop, but it didn't drop this quarter. It actually dropped 2 quarters from now. In the meantime, you just blew up your account at least 2 to 3 times because you kept fighting the funk, right? You keep fighting what's actually going on. When this thing started to tumble, it was clear and apparent that it was going to go down. And look at this massive push. Right? It was clear and apparent because you had multiple signals that told you that this was happening and that this was the time that it was actually going to happen. I mean, if you go back and you start studying market internals that we use all the time, you're going to see that once this started here, right here, and this was obviously 2018, you're going to see that you have multiple indications that told you, hey, it's time, and it's time to go in heavy and to start shorting this thing right here. You're going to see that. It's just there. But anyway, let's go back to Tesla. Because what I like about Tesla, guys, one, the product is awesome. But because it's at this $400 level, kind of like Amazon was, once it broke these levels, it was on a skyrocket to 1,000 pretty quickly, quarter after quarter. Yes, you had your pullbacks, but those are expected. Similar to this here. You had this massive breakout, pullback, breakout, consolidation, breakout, consolidation, pullback, breakout. Again, what can you expect it to do? Again, the same situation, guys. The same thing. It's going to do the same thing. It may consolidate here, pull back, breakout, 1,000. Before you know it, this thing is over 1,000, 2,000 and 3,500. It may even get bigger than Amazon at the rate that it's going, because obviously it didn't take nearly as much time as Amazon did to get to 300 and 400. It got there pretty quickly. And that's the way I see it, But you go on to all these article pieces on CNBC, CNN, StockTwits, Benzinga, and all the other places. You just see these things popping up on Google News, for example. Different articles just show up showing why Tesla is going to fail. Why Tesla is going to fail and why these guys keep shorting it. And trust me, I love to short things too. I buy puts. But I like to short things when things are going to go down. I'm not just going to keep shorting this thing all the way through these massive rallies when the rally was apparent that it was coming, right? So we've been following Tesla the last couple of days, the last couple of weeks, and I keep putting it out on the watch list because I'm like, Tesla's looking pretty strong. And if it breaks this level, it's going to go here. Same thing we did on Friday, and that's exactly what it did. It gave us a nice little push, and it's looking good, guys. So again, just don't fight it. If Tesla wants to keep going higher, guys, I would tell you is just don't fight it. Go where Tesla wants to go. And again, you're gonna have those guys that tell you, well, the fundamentals don't support it. Okay, if the fundamentals don't support it, should it be going down right now? Right? Yes? No? If it's gonna go down, when is it gonna go down? And you can tell me right now, oh, watch it. You just watch, Ron. One day they're going to release an earnings report or an article is going to come out and this thing is going to tumble. Boom. Then why don't you just wait for that? Why are you going to go and try to short this thing now when all it's doing is eating up all your money? And don't tell me it's not eating up all your money, because this thing is rallying like crazy. And if you've been shorting this thing all the way from down here, you have done nothing but blowing up your accounts over and over again. So I don't know, guys. This thing is taking the elevator up and the stairs down so far. So that's my opinion on Tesla. Honestly, now that it's broken over this $400 barrier here, I see it getting to 1,000 pretty quickly. Again, pullbacks are expected. You can see here, it pulls up, it pulls back, consolidates, pushes higher. consolidates, pushes lower, then breaks out. And that's pretty much it. You know, I have no qualms against Tesla. I think Tesla has a long way to go. You know, unless we get some catastrophic news and the markets as a whole just start to tumble, I don't see Tesla by any means coming back down to 200 anytime soon. So unless the markets or this Iran war or World War III or something like that, where obviously nothing is going to survive that push lower, then I don't see Tesla actually coming down to those levels of its own accord. And that's pretty much it for Tesla, guys. That's what I see. Just looking at the charts, looking at everything and how the company's performing. And as far, again, as using the product, of driving the Tesla, I'm telling you right now, the car is awesome. And, you know, it just keeps getting better with every update. So I love the car. I love the product. And I can tell you, I trade the company. I trade the stock all the time. And I don't mind trading it to the downside or the upside. But, you know, as far as all these opinion pieces as to why the company is going to fail, I just don't fall prey to it, guys. Don't get stuck with that confirmation bias as to why you should keep holding your puts. Because honestly, right now, all you're doing is causing yourself some pain, because you're going to start to see a lot more of these right here. See these gaps? You're going to start to see a lot more of these, and you're going to start to see them a lot during these earnings, right? So start to pay attention between earnings, what this company starts to do. So you're going to start to see that the company may start to rally higher every time it has earnings. And you can compare it to Amazon. Go back to Amazon and pay attention to what Amazon did between earnings calls, right? What Amazon likes to do between earnings calls. So you can start to pay attention to what it does, right? So you're going to start to see potentially a lot of gap ups where it sells off, and then it'll start heading higher, and then it'll gap up again, sells off, and then it'll go higher, or it may gap down and then just rally, etc. You know what I mean? And that's just the pattern that I've noticed when it came to Amazon, and this is starting to look a lot like it. So just pay attention to that, guys, and good luck. Once again, guys, if you have not signed up for the play-by-play options Discord trading group, go ahead and click the links below. If you want to join us on tonight's webinar, go ahead and sign up for the day pass, and you'll be able to access the webinar today live. And if you can't make it tonight at 9:30 p.m. Eastern time, you can sign up for the day pass, and you'll also have access for the pre-recorded session for 24 hours. And that's pretty much it for today, guys. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. And I will see you guys on the next one. Good luck.